Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Today's video is going to be my TBR for the Read-Eh-Thon, which is coming up from August 3rd to the 9th. I'm one of many hosts of this Read-Eh-Thon, so all of their information will be down below. I included everything in my announcement video a little while back. This is going to be my TBR, what exactly I'm planning on reading for the week, any of my plans, and then also please, if you guys do anything from this video, please check out the links that I have included in my down bar description box. Kayla, booksanalala, who started this Readathon, has a page on her website that has so many great resources. Not only is the full-sized bingo board of all the challenges there, but also there are links to Indigenous book reviewers that you should be following. There's also a lot of book-related links there, so it is 2020 new releases by Indigenous authors. There's also 25 books about being Black in Canada, non-fiction Canadian books by Black authors about racism, 16 Canadian books to read for Pride, 30 books from 30 queer Canadian writers, books by Canadian book publishers, books about the refugee experience, as well as books about the Canadian immigrant experience. So there's a lot of links there, but like I said, if you take anything from this video, take the time to go through these links, follow people, find some new books that you want to read. There's so many wonderful lists there, and Kayla's compiled them all into one easy place, you know, if you're looking for things to hit multiple challenges, go there, check it out, and yeah, so I did want to mention that because it's a really good resource. I'm going to get into the 4 books that I'm planning on reading for the week, why I'm reading them, and sort of what challenges that they hit off. I personally am not going to do every challenge on the bingo board. I know some people might. I am using the bingo board as sort of a reference to really pick the things that I want to read. I don't know if I even have a line or anything like that, but I will talk about the ones that it hits off. So the first book that I'm picking up for the week is 21 Things You May Not Know About the Indian Act, Helping Canadians Make Reconciliation with Indigenous Peoples a Reality. So this is a book all about the Indian Act and how it affects Indigenous Canadians still to this day, and just sort of constrained the lives and opportunities as well, and is the root of many enduring stereotypes. I'll be honest, as a Canadian, I don't know enough about the stuff that is going on in my country. I've done more and more research into Indigenous people in Canada and a lot of the missing and murdered girls and women as well. I will be talking about that throughout the week, so just a heads up. I will be putting trigger warnings in my videos for when I'm going to talk a little bit more into that, because I know that some people come to my vlogs as like a mean of escape or like just sort of a laugh or two. I do want to take my time, my focus, and my platform, whatever size it is on YouTube, to talk about these issues that I'm becoming more aware of as well. So I'm hoping that this book sort of touches on some of that, but do know that I will be talking about it throughout the week for my Readathon vlogs, because I feel like it's important to talk about. It's not something that a lot of people realize about Canada, is that there's a current genocide happening in this country with missing, murdered Indigenous women and girls, and it's not okay, and there needs to be attention brought to it. So this is a book by an Indigenous author. It probably will be set, certain parts of it I imagine will be set in provinces that I haven't been to. This is also anti-racism literature, and I'm not sure about, it is a national bestseller. I'm not sure about an award nominee, but it is a bestseller, so that actually might count as a full row on the bingo board. It's also from a Canadian publisher, and this is something that's not a novel. This is, I mean, it is a novel, but it's a non-fiction novel, so I'm going to count it as that as well. So up next, I wanted to read a fiction book, and so for that I picked Empire of Wild by Sherry Demeline, and Sherry Demeline is an author I've read before, so not a debut author to me, and I read The Marrow Thieves and really liked it. I believe this book is more of a suspense kind of book. It's set in, I believe, Georgian Bay in a Métis community. It's based off of traditional storytelling, I believe, about like a werewolf-like creature within that culture and that community. So to find out what that's about, but I've heard really good things about it. Sherry Demeline has bestseller, like The Marrow Thieves was a bestseller, so I have to double check if this is on the list as well. So this is a book by an Indigenous author. It might also include a loving relationship in there, perhaps between friends and something like that, maybe. It has nature on the cover, and it is a book by a Canadian publisher. It might be set in a province that I have been to, because I believe Georgian Bay is Ontario, right? Am I wrong in that? my geography is not great. Possibly an immigrant refugee story as well, I'm not sure. But those are the ones that it hit, so I did want to pick that up. So the next book that I want to read for the Read-Eh-Thon is by Desmond Cole, and this is The Skin We're In, A Year of Black Resistance and Power. And I believe this talks about a series of, I believe, articles that Desmond wrote around 2015 talking about what it means to be black in Canada. And I believe they're from around the Toronto area, which is really awfully close to me. So I feel like a lot of the things in this book that they talk about are going to be things that I'm hopefully aware of, or, you know, existed around me at that time. And just sort of talking about the injustice and also like what it means to be black in Canada. So this book is a piece of anti-racism literature. It's also a debut author. It focuses on black Canadian history. There's red on the cover. There's also, let me see. It's also an immigrant refugee story, I believe, because I think it touches on certain parts of that. It's also nonfiction, and I believe it's by a Canadian publisher as well. So then my fourth and final book that I want to read for the week is a memoir, and this is We Have Always Been Here by Salma Habib. So this book is a queer Muslim memoir, and it also talks about what it means to be a refugee coming into Canada, facing bullying, racism, poverty, all the sorts, and then also realizing what it means to be queer and Muslim, and, you know, just handling that identity under also being a refugee into Canada. I've definitely picked books that are leaning more towards the serious non-fiction side of things. It's just what I want to read right now. I just want to read stories that are different from my own, that exist in communities around me. A lot of these books and a lot of the things that these books talk about are happening right near me and around me, and I just feel like I've been ignorant and blind to a lot of them, whether that's my own doing or just media in general, and things, and you know, things aren't getting talked about enough. So I feel like this is just a time a lot of people are taking to read books and learn more, and read voices that they're not familiar with. So that's my goal for the week, is to just, you know, learn learn and grow, and understand that being Canadian is more than just maple syrup, poutine, moose, and free healthcare. There's a lot more to it, and there's a darker side. And I understand that really none of these books are necessarily happy, positive books. I'm sure that if you were looking for that, you can find that in Canadian books as well. It's a good time, and my time, and the right time to be reading all 4 of these books. So that is my TBR for the week. And again, I really highly stress, please go check out Kayla's links down below. Also, as I mentioned, I will be daily vlogging, or doing my best to daily vlog, because, you know, life gets real sometimes. But I will be mentioning and linking to more serious topics as well in my bio, so that's just a heads up for that. If you're coming here for a little bit of lightness, it probably won't happen this week. That's my TBR for the week. Everybody's links and whatnot will be down below. I do hope you guys enjoy this video. Maybe pick up some of these books as well. Maybe these are on your TBR as well, and we can read them and discuss them. So yeah, until my next one, I'll talk to all you soon. Bye guys.